we made it to, oh gosh, I forget the river's name. What a way to wake up in the morning, right? Will you look at this gorgeous meadow? This is what we get to sleep next to tonight. So yeah, we're squishing in our boots and everything's just wet. So I am here at one national park to talk to you about my adventure on another one. A couple weeks ago, I went on a trip with my sister through the Olympics. It was a 9-day backpack, and we had an amazing time out in the wilderness. We saw 4 bear, 4 deer, 5 marmots, a couple gray jays, birds galore, chipmunks. For about 4 of those days, we saw no humans. It was amazing. We had beautiful forest walks, camped up in the alpine meadows, and walked along 2 of major rivers through the Olympics. Of course, I filmed it, and you are now going to enter part 1 of that adventure. Part 1 takes you up the Elwha River Valley, where we start off at the Madison Falls, do a bit of a road walk before we get onto the trail, and then we're there for 3 days along the Elwha River. Got bugs going all over me. So join us for these first 3 days on our trip through the Dosewallips, from the Elwha River Valley to the Dosewallips River Valley. A year ago, I was walking down this trail and I had decided to start my own YouTube channel because I had a lot of stories and adventures to tell, and it's been quite the learning process this past year, and still going strong. I've still got a lot of stories to tell, I've got a lot of adventures to tell, and this adventure is a big one. This is day 1 of a 9-day backpack through the Olympic Mountains. This is a part of an expedition route that an expedition came through. We were one of the first ones to explore the interior of Olympic Peninsula. So we're going to be 9 days on the trail, lots of photos to take, lots of adventures to have, and I'm glad you're able to come with me. Michael's cabin that's right behind me. It's an old cabin that was built for a man named Cougar Mike, who liked to stop by the area on his way around hunting cougars. So we're here tonight. It was kind of a long day because it's 7.5 miles of road walking, which is never fun. But we made it up to the top and got ready to get into bed and have a good night's sleep before we hit the trail tomorrow for about a 9.5, 10-mile hike. Further up the river, up the Elwha River, at Elkhorn Ranger Station? Well, something like that. I'll know tomorrow. I'll tell you tomorrow. Good night. Good morning. Sitting here on the porch of Michael's cabin having breakfast. We're almost all packed and ready to go. We just have to get some sustenance in our stomachs, and we've got about a 10-mile day today, but it's mostly rolling along the river, and it'll be through this gorgeous forest. So far it's been old cedar trees, Douglas-firs with really thick bark, and oh my gosh, all the big leaf maples. And you know how I love big leaf maples. So looking forward to the next day. I'm actually on this trail. This is pretty much as far as I've ever made it on this trail. So everything from here for me is a brand new adventure, and hopefully it's a new adventure for you too, and you're gonna love it. At our first break today is a boots off break. A boots off break is a break that's long enough to take your boots off, let your feet breathe. We needed to find a nice sunny spot to get the solar power, the solar panel charged up to charge up the bricks for to charge Christy's cell phone, because she's the GPS keeper, so she needs to make sure her cell phone is charged throughout the trip so she can keep track of our pace and our route. And so that's what we're doing here right now, and we're going to be here for a little while, get a little snack, rehydrate, fill up our water bottles. And this is about 3 miles to here from our camp last night, and we've got another 7.5 to go today to reach our next camp. So it's going to be a gorgeous day. The sun is shining. As I was looking at it this morning, the sun was crashing through the trees to dispel the gloomy northwest weather, and it definitely did. We've got blue skies overhead, water just in the background everywhere. We have already seen a deer. We saw some bear poo, and it's so far been a great day. So I hope you're enjoying it, because I certainly am. long day. It felt longer than the 10 miles it was advertised as. My feet are killing me. And but finally made it to Elkhorn. I'm just waiting for my sister to show up so we can find a campsite. And wow, second days usually are the hardest days when you're backpacking. You haven't been doing it for a while. I mean, really, for the past 3 months, I've been sitting on my butt because of COVID. I haven't been able to get out and train very much, and actually not hardly at all. So I'm pooped. We're gonna set up camp, get dinner ready. Hopefully I can get my feet soaked into the put in the Elwha River, and I can they'll feel better. But it's gonna be a good night's sleep tonight. So end of day 2, day 3 is tomorrow, and it's gonna be about another 9-mile day. It was scheduled for 6 miles, but we might push through to the next camp beyond that, just to make our day 4 a little bit shorter. So with that, I'm gonna sign off. I'll see you tomorrow. Sleep well. Standing in front of the Elkhorn shelter. This is one of the shelters that my sister's writing a book about. She's writing a book about all the shelters on the Olympic Peninsula, the backcountry shelters. And we're trying to get to one. We are hoping to get to it tomorrow. We have some hard decisions to make, because if anybody's watched my videos where I'm out hiking with my sister, you may see that she has a really odd gait. Part of that is that her legs don't work properly, and she is in a lot of pain right now. We're going to make it to the next camp, where we're thinking of camping tonight, and decide if we're going to camp tonight there or if we're going to try and push on, or what we're going to do. The final option is to just start slowly heading back out over Hayden Pass. But at this point, it's a beautiful day out. It's the big leaf maples and cottonwoods and the Douglas-fir, the alder in this meadow is just absolutely gorgeous, and this shelter is beautiful, and I'll see you in the next stop. We made it to the Hayes River camp. This was a make or break decision for us. Either we could continue about 18 miles or so upriver. I don't remember exactly. I think the next camp was 8 miles, and then it was another 3 miles round trip to the shelter, and then another 8 miles out. And Christy wasn't feeling it. Her legs were just. At some point today, she said she's not going to be able to do 3 10-mile days, which is pretty much 9-mile days, and because we still have to get up over Hayden Pass, and my feet are killing me. I have got to get some lard off of my butt. So we made camp, and we've just been relaxing this afternoon, and tomorrow we're gonna go up over Hayden Pass. So we're not gonna be able to get the shelter that was out that way, It's kind of heartbreaking because this is her second try to get it, and I was really hoping we'd be able to make it, but not being able to do the workout and routines that we've always been able to do to get ready for these types of trips is really hard for both of us to just first trip out. We're trying to do 75 miles. We're not going to be able to do 75 miles. We'll maybe do 60. Anyways, tomorrow we're going to go up over Hayden Pass, or up towards Hayden Pass. We might have to camp somewhere below it, and we'll see how we feel. And then up and over into the Dosewallips River drainage and some beautiful meadows. And I'm so looking forward to being able to see the meadows and hopefully pull out my tripod and use it. I've got to stop. I bring my tripod along on these trips, and it's just so heavy that it's ridiculous. I don't use it as often as I would think I would. But anyways, it's a night. We're gonna get dinner ready here soon and just tuck into bed. And tomorrow I'll wake up and head up the hill. See you tomorrow. Wasn't that amazing? It was a great trip. And there's still 2 more parts to go. We still have 6 days to travel. And if you want to see what else we get into and see the beautiful landscapes we've gone through, make sure you subscribe, hit that bell so you're notified when the other ones come up. And please give me a like on this video if you really like it. So again, we're going to be coming back to see parts 2 and parts 3.